It's been more than 3 weeks since the Israel-Hamas war has been on, and now the war seems to be deepening between the two sides as Israel continues with its attack on the militant group. On Sunday, Israel signaled its intent to encircle Gaza's main city. They published pictures of battle tanks on the Palestinian enclave's western coast 48 hours after ordering expanded ground incursions across its eastern border. Israel's self-declared second phase of a 3-week war against Hamas militants had initially been kept from public view, with forces moving under darkness and a telecommunications blackout cutting off Palestinians. But according to Gaza residents, the phone and internet cuts appeared to be easing on Sunday. The loss of communication has severely hampered rescue operations for casualties of Israeli barrages, wreaking destruction, especially on northern Gaza City, which is believed to be the site of Hamas government and command centers. Now, meanwhile, Hamas has said that its fighters were engaged in heavy fighting in Gaza, where Israel has escalated ground operations as calls multiply to deliver aid to the Palestinian territory after weeks of siege and bombardment. And as Israel continues to bomb Gaza, according to the health ministry in Hamas-ruled Gaza, over 8,000 Palestinians have been killed since war broke out on the 7th of October. It said Sunday that the toll has risen to 8,005 Palestinians, including more than 3,300 minors and over 2,000 women. Several authorities in the West continue to challenge these figures as they've been released by Hamas. Meanwhile, according to Israeli officials, the fighting has killed more than 1,400 people in Israel, mostly civilians who died in the initial Hamas attack on the 7th of October. Now, since the initial attack by Hamas, the escalation has ratcheted up the domestic pressure on Israel's government to secure the release of some 230 hostages. So far, only 4 hostages have been released by Hamas.
עד כה מסרנו הודעה למשפחותיהם של 311 חיילי צה"ל ו-239 חטופים. אני רוצה להסביר את המספר הזה. זה מספר לא נתפס, 239 חטופים. בקרב החטופים יש אזרחים עובדים זרים, מספר לא קטן שלהם, שזהותם והגעה למשפחות שלהם מורכבת עבורנו. לוקח לנו זמן לבנות את התמונה הזאת, ומכאן גם המספר שציינתי, 239. אנחנו ממשיכים במאמצים כבירים לאסוף מידע ולעדכן את המשפחות כל הזמן. מספר הנעדרים ממשיך לרדת ועומד כעת על 40.
World leaders have underlined the urgency of increasing aid into the Hamas-controlled territory. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has said the situation was growing more desperate by the hour as casualties increase and essential supplies of food, water, medicine and shelter dwindle. Now, according to the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, Israel is repeatedly bombing around Al-Quds hospital in central Gaza, causing damage and putting civilians at risk. And according to doctors, moving hundreds of patients who are currently being treated there is not possible, where some 14,000 people are seeking shelter and medical aid. Now, despite calls for a humanitarian truce, international outrage and the potential risk to hostages held in Gaza, it continues. Israel has intensified the war triggered by Hamas' unprecedented attack, while on its northern border, clashes along the Lebanon-Israel border between Hezbollah and Israel intensified even further, leaving at least one Hezbollah militant dead. Lebanon's state-run national news agency said that Israeli drone attacks struck the southeastern Lebanese border town of Mais al-Jabal, wounding 2. It added that heavy missiles were launched from Lebanon towards northern Israel, after which Israeli forces responded with artillery of their own. While Jordan, which is located on the eastern side of Israel, the staunch US ally has asked Washington to deploy Patriot air defense systems to bolster its border defense at a time of heightened regional tensions and conflict.